I'm going to tell you why your bathroom scales suck and what it means to be doing everything consistent, doing all the right things, nutrition, strength training, and rest, and still your bathroom scales don't change. This can be frustrating. You might even be thinking, what is the point of doing all this and putting in all this effort for no results? You might even be thinking of giving up, but don't do that. Don't give up. I'm going to tell you why you are still making progress and why it might be time for you to put those bathroom scales away for a while. I'm going to tell you why your scales don't tell you the full story. Perimenopause changes the rules. The danger is giving up too soon. My name's Kate Watson. I'm a perimenopause coach and personal trainer, and in my channel we break down the steps to surviving perimenopause and safeguarding our future health. I have some free resources for you in the description below to kickstart your nutrition, so go check those out after this video. Okay, let's get a little bit deeper. Your body is adapting to strength training, and your metabolism is learning how to use fuel more effectively. This is important because these changes are happening before you can see them. Unfortunately, fat loss is often the last thing to show up, not the first. You may be feeling that your strength, your energy, your sleep, and your mood are improving. This is very important progress to be making, especially during perimenopause, and I will go into the best ways you can see progress very soon in this video. If you're unable to see non-scale wins, we are at the risk of judging our success or failure and worth by the number on the scales, altering our mood, sense of worth, our habits, and no object should have that much power over us. The thing is that your hormones, time of cycle, stress, salt, sleep, they can shift the scales from day to day. The thing with your average bathroom scales is that they only show your total body weight. They do not break it down into fat, muscle, water, or inflammation. And for the new flashy scales with the Wi-Fi and the extra bells and whistles, they often give you additional breakdown of fat and muscle. This is a great resource and fine as a reference, but they're not absolute accuracy. You can be losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. So muscle is denser than fat, and your body can change without the numbers moving. Perimenopause changes the rules. So the old strategies that we spent our youth learning, testing, and obsessing over, we just got to throw that old playbook out. Our body is more sensitive to stress and under eating. So doubling down, eating less, or training harder will backfire. And this is because our bodies prioritize safety and balance over fat loss. Here the solution is building muscle to support blood sugar recovery rather than chasing the number. We've all been there, stepping on the scales in the morning like the gambler at the tables, everything riding on black, and you look down, same weight as yesterday. And you're thinking, what's the point? You're tempted to quit, go back to extremes, but here's the danger of giving up too soon. Giving up resets your progress that you've already made. One step forward, two steps back. Most women stop before their bodies catch up, but often consistency is working quietly in the background. So if your emotions are too closely tied to the number on the scale, that you're not able to see the other non-scale progress that you're making, then it's time to put those scales away. If this is all making sense to you, check out the link below in the description. Instead of letting the scales decide whether this is working or not, let me show you what you can focus on instead. Track your progress beyond the scales. This can look like taking progress photos every 2 to 4 weeks and notice how your clothes fit. Focus on strength and performance markers. Track the weights or reps that you can do. Notice the daily tasks feel easier, such as stairs, carrying groceries, or playing with the kids. Set a scale-free consistency window. Put the scales away for 4 to 8 weeks. Commit to consistent habits during this time and reassess using photos, measurements, and how you feel. Shift the mindset from outcome to process. And ask, did I show up today instead of did the scales move? Focus on habits, meals, movement, sleep, and stress. And are your symptoms improving? Remember that fat loss is a side effect of consistency, not a goal we chase daily. Perimenopause changes the rules, but it doesn't mean progress isn't possible. It just isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like improved symptoms, better sleep, more strength, steadier energy, and feeling more like your old self again. If this has helped, let me know in the comments or share it with a friend who needs to hear this today, and I'll see you in the next video.